What's up, traders? The biggest IPO in the history of the market is coming, and SpaceX is targeting a $1.75 billion valuation. And the listing is expected June 12th, which is just a few weeks away. Now, most of us don't have access to SpaceX's shares as of right now, but that doesn't mean that you sit on the sidelines. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact stocks to watch that will benefit from SpaceX, the real PE ratio so you know what is cheap and what is expensive, and the exact timing strategy that separates the smart money from the fear of missing out crowd. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I bring in the bulk of my income via the stock market. But before we begin, do me a huge favor, smash the like button, and do remember that this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. All trading comes with risk, and results may vary. Now, first off, let's start off with our word from God that has to do with money, wealth building, or business. And this word will come from Proverbs 6, verse 6 through 8. And it says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its way and be wise. It stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." And the easy to read version states, "Prepare ahead instead of reacting late." And that's what I always preach in the community. We always want to plant our seeds because the harvest will absolutely come. And speaking of those who are receiving a harvest currently, I'm going to go ahead and shout out a few members of Trader Freedom community. So we have Pre-Drag, who says, "Oh May, what a day." And he's printed $1,000 just in a single day. And this was posted yesterday. We have Curtis, who also printed over $2,000 on the exact same day. So congrats to you. And we have my guy Carlos, who printed over 4,600 bucks just today. We can see this was posted just 3 hours ago. So great day for the community, even though it was a very red day in the market. All right, but if you're looking and joining us in Trading to Freedom, the link is below in the description. You'll get the course, all of my trades, access to the community, and access to ask me questions at any given time. All right, so there is that, but you can also join us in the Bull Premium newsletter if you just want a few trades from me every single Friday morning, which will be the majority of the trades that I enter into that day. All right, it's a weekly newsletter, only 49 bucks per month. The link for that is also in the description, but with that, let's get down to business. Now, first off, let's talk about why this IPO matters in the first place. Well, right now, SpaceX is putting about 90% of all space objects into orbit. Yes, as in 90. So that includes satellites, telescopes, Mars probes. If it's going up into the SpaceX rocket. Why is this? It's because of the economics. And so back over here in the space shuttle era, NASA was paying about $25,000 to put 1 pound into orbit. That's right, 1 single pound, 25 grand. Those were your tax dollars, by the way. But SpaceX then came in with the Falcon 9 and brought the cost down to about 1,200 bucks per pound. And so that's roughly about 20 times cheaper. And they are not done with Starship, the next generation rocket that they're currently working on. It is projected to bring it down to 700 bucks per pound or even lower. Like, just imagine a flight ticket that cost you $25,000 and then somebody offered you to do the same exact thing, but for only 1,200 bucks now. Of course you're going to fly with them. And that is the moat. That is why SpaceX is such a big deal. Now, here's why their IPO is such a big deal for the market. They just recently raised $75 billion, which is what is valuing them at $1.75 trillion currently. And when $75 billion hits SpaceX's balance sheet, it triggers 3 ripples. Number 1 is the equity stakes. And so these are public companies that already own shares of SpaceX, and they get instant paper gains the day that this prices. All right, number 2 is CapEx spend. When they raised $75 billion, they didn't raise it just to sit into a bank account. They are going to be spending that money, and it's going to go towards their capital expenditures. And so they're going to be spending it on chips, on engines, on infrastructure. Whoever's supplying them eats first. Okay, and then third is the re-rating. Every public space stock is about to get repriced because Wall Street now has $1.75 trillion comparables to anchor against. So I broke this down into basically 4 distinct plays. And so the most important thing is to match these trades to your risk tolerance. Not your hype level, not what your homeboy is doing in the group chat, your specific risk levels. So we have play 1, which is the safe trade, lower risk, sleep at night. Then we have number 2, which is the thematic trade, high beta. We are trading the move. Then play 3 over here, we have the infrastructure play that is medium risk and a lot of CapEx tailwind. And then the concentrated bet, this is the one that you're just swinging for the fences. It's the lowest probability of winning, but if you do win, it's going to be extreme, all right? And so we'll look at all of the stocks that I have factored into every single sector. into every single category, and we'll look at their actual PEs so you know if you are paying for value or you are paying for hype. So let me break it down. So play number one is Alphabet, which I believe is the best company in the world as we speak. And so this is your safe trade. Google invested in SpaceX back in 2015. And as of late 2025, last year, they still held about 5 to 6% of the company. And so you do the math when factoring in that they invested about $900 million back in 2015. That would be about $87 billion for Google if SpaceX is valued at $1.75 trillion. And so now here's where the PE matters. Google is trading at a 28 times forward PE, and for a tier 1 AI compounder that's printing money in cloud and search that's actually reasonable, you're not paying premium valuation for the SpaceX bonus. You're getting the SpaceX bonus basically for free. No sector rotation risk. They have extreme amounts of cash flow, and they are typically number one or number two when it comes to net income every single year, which is part of the reason that I believe Google is the best company in the world. And so Google is definitely the safe trade when it comes to playing SpaceX. All right, so now we have trade number two, the second category, which I grouped as the thematic trade, and this is the pure play space names. And so we have Rocket Lab, we have Planet Labs, Intuitive Machines, and AST Space Mobile. And so with Rocket Lab, they are pretty much the closest competitor to SpaceX. Then Planet Labs is more so satellite imagery and Google back. Intuitive Machines over here is lunar landers, and they have a NASA program. And then AST Space Mobile is satellite to cell phone. And now here's the warning, and you can see it right here on the screen. All four of these have a PE of not available. Why? Because they are not profitable. They do not make money. There's nothing, not a single cent that goes to the bottom line for any of these four companies. And so they are losing money. And when a company is unprofitable, PE doesn't work. You end up having to look at price to sales instead. And so these four companies will likely be the biggest movers when the IPO drops, but they'll be the biggest movers in either direction. And so this may be a classic buy the rumors, sell the news. And if you're trading this group, you want to make sure to use some type of stop loss because it will likely move big in either direction. All right, play number three, the infrastructure play. And so this is where the $75 billion actually gets spent. So first, of course, we have Intel. SpaceX and Tesla are partnering with Intel on Terafab, a chip foundry using Intel's next-gen 14A process. And just about 12 months ago, Intel did not have an anchor customer for that foundry business, and now they do. All right, and of course, we all know Intel is kind of in that turnaround mode and has shot up quite considerably over the last few months, which has hiked up their PE to astronomical amounts of about 128. Okay, it was much lower just a few months ago, but here we are. And so if you're trading Intel, you are still believing in the potential turnaround. All right, the next we have NVIDIA over here, and this is obviously the default compute supplier for SpaceX, XAI, Tesla, Musk's entire ecosystem, okay? And so their forward PE is 27 currently, and actually pretty reasonable for the growth rate that they're putting up. And so both of these companies are CapEx tailwinds that compound for years, not days, different valuation profiles, but same long-term thesis is that they are going to get a ton of SpaceX's money. All right, category number four, this is the concentrated bet. And we only have one in this category, and that is ticker symbol SATS, which is EcoStar. All right, so out of all the public stocks, this one has the highest direct leverage to SpaceX specifically because EcoStar sold spectrum licenses to SpaceX in exchange for actual SpaceX equity. And so when the IPO prints, SATS shareholders effectively own a huge chunk of SpaceX immediately. But hear me on this. This deal is binary. It still needs regulatory approval. And if it's approved, we can see right here, it's probably going to go to the moon. However, if it's denied, well, you know. And so if you are playing SATS, you do not want to go all in. Just take a very small position. That's the difference between a trader and a gambler. You want to make sure to prepare for all things and anything that could happen. All right, so here we have it. This is the full watch list of all the stocks that we just looked at and their PE ratios. And so we have Google at a 28 forward PE, which is very reasonable. Bank of America at 14, but obviously it is a bank. And so typically banks will have a lower PE. And then we have Intel at 128. So that's the turnaround pricing. We have NVIDIA over here at a 27, and that's very reasonable for the growth. And then we have LIN, which is at 31. And so the price is getting higher, but it's not too bad. And then we have the thematic plays down here. Rocket Lab, Planet Labs, Intuitive Machines, AST, Space Mobile, and they are all unprofitable, so none of them have a PE. All right, and then SATS is not available because it is more of a binary bet. Now, here we are over on the Moomoo platform. And speaking of, you can still get free NVIDIA shares by signing up using the link below in the description and depositing funds. You can get up to $1,000 directly from Moomoo. But I'm here using their Gamma Exposure feature. And I'm currently looking at Google. Out of all of the companies that we just looked at, Google and NVIDIA are by far my favorites from the list because I personally don't really like to trade companies that don't make money. All right, so if you don't bring anything to the bottom line, I will just patiently wait until you actually make money, and then I'll probably start trading you. But here we are looking at Google. Again, I believe it is the best company in the world as we speak. Of course, that could change, but as of right now, I do think they are the kings. But looking at this gamma exposure, I want you to notice two things. One is that it's in positive gamma territory. Now, what does that mean? That means that market makers will buy as price goes down and they will sell as price goes up. And so that drastically dampens any volatility. And so if you are looking to buy shares or get in on any bullish trade, that is typically a good thing. Because if it was in negative gamma territory over here, then market makers would do the opposite. They would sell as price goes down and they would buy as price goes up, which increases volatility. Now, one thing you'll notice here is that there is a call wall right here at 400, and then there is a put wall over here at 350. And then we have the actual stock price currently right here at 387. Now, the call wall will likely act as a level of resistance. And so now that Google has come back down below 400, it is going to take a lot of volume for the stock price to get back above that 400 mark because market makers will continue to sell shares as it goes up to that level because they need to hedge their positions. Okay, and then on the flip side, they may need to buy shares if the stock price were to go down towards the 350 level, which should help it be a level of support. Okay, and so between 350 and 400 is likely its range short term, but this large call wall, we can see it's much larger than any other bar here, will likely continue to act like a pin. And so it'll bring the stock price closer to it, but when it gets to it, it's going to be hard to get over. Okay, now we can go ahead and take a look at NVIDIA. Now, as of this recording, NVIDIA does have earnings tomorrow evening. And so with earnings, a lot of things can change. But let's go ahead and take a look. And let's go ahead and select the next 3 monthly expirations. So I'll do June 18th, July 17th, and August 21st. And so we can see NVIDIA closed today at $220. And so it's right above that call wall. And so we will see if that holds. However, you can see the put wall is right here at 200. And also the reason probably that put wall is right here at 200 is because multiples of 100 are a psychological level of support or resistance. All right, there's people out there, they're like, hey, if NVIDIA were to drop to $200, then I'm going to load the boat. And there's probably people who already own shares are like, hey, if NVIDIA goes up to 250 or 300, I'm going to sell all my shares. Those round numbers are just psychological levels. Okay, and so we can see that there is a put wall there, which means that there are a lot of people placing bets at that $200 level. Okay, but NVIDIA would stay in positive gamma territory as we speak, as long as it stays above this $177 line here. And so we will see very soon how NVIDIA's earnings turn out, which of course we're probably all expecting for it to do amazing, which they typically do. They always usually have a beat and a raise when it comes to forward guidance. But over the last year or so, the stock has been selling off no matter how great they do. So we'll see what happens. But usually when it sells off, it doesn't sell off by much. All right, but let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of any of these stocks? Are you trading any of them? What is your plan for the SpaceX IPO? And again, remember, you can join us in the Trader Freedom community if you are looking to do just that. All right, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.